Hey, I'm Shelby Kluver. I'm an anchor and reporter at WQAD Channel 8 here in the Quad Cities, and we're down at Ragged Records and Trash Can Annie's for another episode of Favorite Finds with KALA. Ooh, classic. Suddenly I'm like forgetting how the alphabet works. Like going in my head like A, B, C, D. I mean, look at them, superstars. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band is played at every single wedding in South Dakota where I'm from. So you can bet I'm gonna be playing it. I feel like the first album I had to pick was Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. This is just like a formative album, not only for me, but I feel like for a lot of musical artists from the 60s all the way to today. But what's so interesting to me is Pet Sounds, it was kind of seen as like a flop by Beach Boys standards when it came out. It really didn't get the recognition it deserved, in my opinion, until after it had been released for a while. But if you're not familiar with the Beach Boys, I just think this is like one of the pinnacles of music. It was one of the first albums so Brian Wilson with the Beach Boys played a lot with production and used really experimental production when he made this, and it influenced how albums were made from that moment on in terms of thinking of an album like a cohesive record instead of song by song by song. I mean, this directly influenced artists like Michael Jackson and Prince and even like Radiohead. And we have classics on here. I'm getting married in August and I'm gonna be using so many of these songs at my wedding. Wouldn't it be nice? Oh my gosh, just an amazing amount of, oh my gosh, Sloop John B. It's all just, it's this idea of growing up and trying to figure out who you are and your identity and your way in the world. And they really captured adolescence, I think, so interestingly. And their harmonies, like who can beat their harmonies when they're singing? I just think it's a one-of-a-kind album and, in my opinion, the best album ever made. My next pick is gonna be Miss Shania Twain, who I think is just a trailblazer, not only in music, but in business, in fashion, in everything that comes with the industry. She's got a really cool story. I really loved following her comeback over the years, coming back with new music after multiple years off, but I don't know, I just feel like any woman my age knows instantly within the first 2 seconds of Man, I Feel Like a Woman playing, like that initial 2 beats, you know exactly what song it is. It's such an anthem. And she's just got such an amazing message. I think that her vocals are so powerful. I will never forget her iconic cheetah print outfit in her music videos. She's just incredible, and I've listened to her at many different stages throughout my life, and I just keep coming back to Shania Twain. She's just a trailblazing woman in music and woman in country, and I remember being 2 years old and riding in the car with my mom, and Shania would come on, and you can't even like really talk at that age, but I'd be singing along. She's just incredible. Okay, my next pick, I had to go with Leon Bridges. This isn't the exact EP that I was looking for. I was looking for his 2020 EP with Krungabin, I hope I'm saying that right, Texas Moon. Such a gorgeous EP, but really anything that Leon Bridges puts out is incredible. He put out his debut album, which is critically acclaimed, when he was 25. I believe that was in 2015 or 2016, so it's been about 10 years since that came out, but he used all vintage equipment, vintage production equipment, vintage instruments, so it gives his albums and his music a really 60s feel and vibe, like this R&B, neo-soul vibe is what he's going for, and he just nails it. The first time I ever listened to him, I was convinced he was originally from the 60s. I couldn't believe it was a recent album from like 2015, but my favorite song ever by him is from that Texas Moon EP that I was talking about. It's called Mariella. It's about 5 minutes long. It's got the sickest guitar solo, but it's very like, it's almost jazzy. It's got some sax in it. But I got engaged on the summer solstice this year, and the morning of my proposal, my fiance and I spent a couple hours apart. I was getting my nails done. He was having some time to himself, and we both kind of knew, like he obviously knew what was happening, but I knew what was happening, so we just took some time to ourselves. And we found out after the fact that both of us had been listening to Mariella on repeat the entire time that we were separated. So it's a really special song to me. Leon Bridges is a genius. He's originally from Texas, and a lot of his music reflects that feeling of he's trying to bring the flavors and the music of a very diverse, large state to a larger stage, in a stage that maybe thinks of Texas as a one-note state when it comes to country, and he's showing the other side of it. But even in this album, Good Thing, his B-side is Georgia to Texas, so he's always got those little flavors in there. I had to do Wham. I couldn't find the album I was looking for, but this single is on that album. It's Make It Big. It was their second album that they did together, Andrew and George, and it was really kind of like the jumping off point for George Michael's solo career. So Careless Whisper is on that album, Make It Big, but it was billed as a Wham song featuring George Michael's first. So I love the lore behind all of that. But Make It Big was the first album that George and Andrew were really given more freedom on the production for. George is credited as one of the producers, whereas that wasn't the case for their first album. And it's clear that once they were able to put their fingerprints on it more, they just like really struck gold. I feel like Wake Me Up Before You Go is an iconic example of, you know, Wham is your favorite artist's favorite artist, and the way that they influence future artists. A lot of people I listen to today cannot be understated, and they've just got that like classic sound that has transcended time, and I think is timeless forever. And finally, the newest singer on my list is Maggie Rogers. It's incredible. There's a reason why she always makes Obama's end of the year playlist. Her songs are so good. They're perfect for road trips or just hanging out in your kitchen and cooking or whatever. But her first official like studio album, Heard It in a Past Life, is one of the most formative albums in my life. It came out in January of 2019, and right when it came out is when I was doing study abroad in Africa, really formative time in my life, and I listened to that album like to the ground. And it was right after she'd gotten discovered by Pharrell. She was a student at the University of New York, or New York University, and she played her song Alaska. Pharrell heard it. He freaked out over it. It went viral, and then her career kind of took off from there. And she took a really interesting shift in her music from that album, Heard It in a Past Life, to this one, Don't Forget Me. But I saw this one live in Chicago, so this one holds a special place in my heart as well. I'm really lucky to be wearing this sweater right now. It was handpicked by Laura, who runs Trash Can Annie's here in Davenport, and it goes along perfectly with my first album pick because this is from the 1960s, so right around Pet Sounds, Beach Boys era, but it's a 1960s woven cardigan, and you could have fooled me. It feels like something that would be made today even, you know, minus the quality. It's much higher quality than something I'd expect today, but yeah, super timeless and cozy and perfect for these freezing days that we're having. All right, and that'll do it. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Favorite Finds with KALA. We want to give a big thank you to Ragged Records and Trash Can Annie for letting us come and look at all of their amazing stuff today and try on some amazing sweaters. Remember to shop local. It means so much, and it's a huge impact on not only the business owners, but everybody in our community. So thank you once again, KALA.